Pittsburgh Steelers fans. G'day, Steelers Nation Australia. G'day, Steelers Nation Worldwide. G'day, Steelers Nation Universe. Jeez, that guy's still a loser. The real tight spot and Christian Cant, they go together. They go together like cheese and wine. G'day, mate. How's it going? How are you?
It's going great, Mark. How are you today?
Yeah, good, man. I'm I need to know your name. I don't know your fucking name. What is your name?
I've actually told you my name before when we were in.
Yeah?
When you were in my chat, yes. I have.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think you have.
Well, no, I'm following your page on. We talked already via chat.
I don't remember.
Because I like the page with my real name. Remember?
Oh, I do, but I don't. I've had a few beverages. Let me guess. You talked to me yesterday. John.
Yeah.
That's not, is it John?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go.
Hey, Mark. Shout out to you, bro.
Let's go! 0-3, baby!
See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about...
I know you have to leave soon, but that's shit. You feel free. You can swear if you like. This is my podcast. This is the Steelers Nation Australia.
Yeah,
No.
it's really frustrating.
Oh, I gave you an out there. No, it's interesting, mate. Like with the Steelers.
There you go. It's fucking shit.
Yes! G'day, Steelers Nation. G'day, Steelers Nation Worldwide. G'day, Steelers Nation Universe. Firstly, just want to say hello to Lucas. G'day, Lucas, mate. Maulers win the US. I hope so, brother. I hope the Maulers win the I can never say it. USFL Championship. All right, guys. So what we're embarking on today, and the reason why. Welcome to, I guess, I've done live streams before. I've done podcasts before. I do quite a lot of them. But what I want to try and build here is something every single week. Every single week that at this time, so Thursday in America, Friday morning, 10 a.m. in Australia, I'm calling it the Steelers Ironcast because I think that sounds fucking sick. I think it sounds unreal. The Steelers Ironcast. I'm going to be live every single week. So hopefully, talk about stuff from the NFL to the Steelers to if life comes involved too. Answer any questions. I did have a guest today. I was meant to have a guest, but actually life got in the way too. Life got in the way of that, and he had Jono couldn't make it from work. He's still driving back home. So yeah, I'm hoping to hopefully link up with some other content creators, some other Steeler fans. If you guys got a mic or you have a video camera, maybe one day we could do a small podcast and talk football. That's pretty much what I want to try and do. So I've done stuff before, but I figure if I can try and make this Steeler content every single week at the same time, you know where I'm going to be. Same with the live streams with the NFL. You knew where I was going to be that day, watching the NFL and, almost tearing my heart to pieces. Like the Pittsburgh Steelers season didn't go our way, right? It didn't go our way. Let me fix myself up here. Yeah, it didn't go our way. So hopefully this kicks off. Even if it doesn't, I'm still going to do it. I'll do it if there's one person or no people. If there's 1,000 people, I'll still do it. And we're now 2 weeks gone since Super Bowl, since the Rams won the bowl. And it's so strange. We're getting into the speculation now, the free agents, the draft, who's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, stuff like that. It's amazing. It's crazy. Yoda says here, that's a good question. That's a good question too. Because right now also, the USFL is the hot topic for the spring. It's gonna be super fun to watch. I gotta figure out how to watch it, but I don't know how to watch it just yet. We haven't got we've got the NFL channels through ESPN, but I don't think the USFL is going through ESPN. I think it's going through Fox. Honestly, I think you have to play if you're playing. If it's Birmingham, where are they? Birmingham, Alabama. Is that right? Birmingham, Alabama, for the first season, for the first 10 weeks. I think you've got to kind of. I hope they succeed this year because a lot of these leagues fail within the first year or the second year, and the XFL is coming back as well. They had the COVID to comprehend with too, and they couldn't get out of their own way, right? So if that happens with the Pittsburgh Maulers, how cool would it be to see the Pittsburgh Maulers in Pittsburgh? And if you're a Pittsburgh fan like me, imagine going to, I guess you can go to a spring game or you could go to like the Steelers game in winter. I don't know how it's going to go. So you're saying it's gone through Fox and NBC. Right. Okay. Yeah. G'day, EJ, mate. How's it going? Yeah. It's crazy, right? Like I find all this stuff super funny to do. Like literally right now, I've got some notes that I've got prepared for the next half an hour to talk about football, right? But there's nothing really going on. Like there is not much going on at all when you think about it. You ever seen that show Seinfeld, like a show about nothing? That's what it feels like right now. There's like absolutely nothing going on. We had with the Steelers, a lot of talk is talking about the quarterback right now. Who's going to be at quarterback? We hired Pat Mayer, offensive line coach. A good day to make a pie. What? Oh no, I got that wrong. Bloody good, mate. Pie day Friday. Love it. Yeah, we hired all these coaches, right? We got Brian Flores for sure. Bring him in. We got Terrell Austin as defensive coordinator. But we're in this transition of like, it's not even free agency. It's 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. And it's just so much speculation. And sometimes I love it. And other times I'm like, I kind of wish they would just sign somebody. Or maybe I wish that Juju would either stay or, find a team so we have something to talk about. Because it's just, it's what, as Lucas, you say here, right? Do you think Kenny Pickett falls to us in the draft? I have no idea. I kind of, what I kind of want? I kind of want, what's the guy? Devin Lloyd at middle linebacker. I wouldn't mind seeing a defensive player come in at middle linebacker and really start to turn heads with Brian Flores at inside line or linebackers coach. So I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think Mason will be the quarterback? Do you think if the Steelers have Mason there, right? Can we win with Mason? You know what I'm saying? Can we do that? I don't think our biggest problem right now is the quarterback. I think reassuring the O-line, fixing our defense, getting Alualu back, getting back to it, fixing the defensive line. I think a lot of these issues are much bigger than trying to find a quarterback, like bringing in. If we go and get Pickett, right, we've got to trade all the draft picks to get up there. If we go and trade for Rodgers, or if Jimmy comes over, who's the other guys? Derek Carr. I heard Derek Carr wanted to go for 3 draft picks or something like that. I think if you trade up for a quarterback, then aren't you just wasting a lot of years? Aren't you wasting other years that you need these picks to build for the future? I don't know. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, if we go and trade, okay, look, this is the thing. Every single Facebook page I go onto, every single YouTube page I go onto, there is about 7 to 8 quarterbacks that people want for the Steelers. Now, I'm kind of happy at this very moment if we have Rudolph there and Haskins to try and compete for the starting job, and we build the O-line up better. We build around Moore, we build around Dotson, we bring back Kendrick Green on center. Maybe we bring in a free agent or like right guard. Maybe we go and I don't know what Chooks is going to do. I don't know what Banner's going to do. I think the offensive line needs to get bigger and stronger, 100%. Right? As long as they get bigger and stronger. Mason is not the best quarterback. We all know that he's not a Big Ben. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Mahomes. He's not Allen. He's not anyone like that. But I think he can be average enough to maybe where he can win us enough games. And if he can win us enough games, then hopefully this year our defense can really show up. Because what frustrates me the most as a fan watching this team is the Pittsburgh Steelers had TJ Watt go defensive MVP, and we can't even win a fucking playoff game. That's, you know what I'm saying? We can't even win a playoff game. Like, we have to shore up the defense. We led in 140 yards rushing. Cornerback could be a problem if Joe Hayden doesn't stick around. Cornerback could be a problem if we start James Pierre. Cornerback could be a problem if Akila Witherspoon doesn't play up to his potential yet again. He did well near the end of the stretch, right? Trey Norwood got thrown into the fire last year. Did really well in the first 2 games, and he kind of fell away. Minka Fitzpatrick coming down to the box all the time, right? Doesn't help our run issue. Bush went missing. Schobert went missing. Spillane tried his hardest, but he wasn't getting used. He was only getting used on certain downs. There is a quite a lot of things going on with this team than just trying to find. I don't think we're one franchise quarterback away. I really don't. I think some people are saying we're one franchise quarterback away, but we have so many things wrong with this team. Receiving call wise, will Juju stay? Will Claypool stay on his feet? How many questions have I just asked? And Elijah says, I think we can wait until next year to draft a QB. That's a very valid point. I would like to see this year to 1 year from Big Ben, not go out and get a franchise guy, but maybe use Mason. Look, we're forgetting that there's two quarterbacks there right now. There's Mason, and I think they can sign if they sign Haskins as well. There's Mason and Haskins. If they both can compete together, and if they both compete, then the starting quarterback, whoever that may be, I've got a theory, and I'm telling you, this could happen. This is my theory right now. What's going to happen is all this speculation is going to fall to dust, right? No quarterback's going to come in at all. Talk to Jimmy, talks to Carr, talks to these guys coming in, right? No one's going to come in, right? We won't even sign. We might actually, in my theory, we might sign Malik Willis if he's available. But if no one's available, we end up picking Devin Lloyd at 20. We shore up that defense, that middle linebacker spot, how we have done for years. Once we do that, we make our move into the exactly, Elijah. Exactly, mate. You're putting me off. You're getting me far out. We shore up the O-line in the second round, right? Once we do that, Mason Rudolph will start the first 7 games, no matter what. If he goes 3-4, 4-3, right? If he has a winning record, then he'll stay. If he doesn't have a winning record, they'll bring in Haskins to start 7. And whoever's better than that, they'll end up. I think both of these quarterbacks will play this year. I think both Mason and Haskins will both play. That's my take. I think they'll both play. I think Rudolph will start, and then if he struggles, then Haskins will come in. If he's a Steeler too, then he'll come in as well, right? Now, if someone else comes in like another quarterback, sure, I am team Jimmy. If Jimmy comes in, g'day, Britt, mate. If Jimmy comes in, I'm putting a Jimmy shirt on. I don't care who it is. But it's just very funny at the time now that, we're just, Kenny Pickett, I don't think he'll be there. I think he's too high. We might have to trade up to get some of these quarterbacks. But if we trade up, what kind of draft capital do we lose? If we trade up to get these guys, I think we either got to stay at 20 or trade back to get more picks, because we only have 6 picks this draft. Only have 6. So we have to trade back or stay where we are. We're in the position where quarterback seems like it's a spot we have to fix majorly. But I'm kind of okay with Rudolph to be that bridge guy, or whoever that may be, just to chill out for this year and see what happens and build the defense. You guys can't be happy with 140 yards rushing, can you? You can't. You can't be happy with that. I know I can't be happy with that. I had a question here too. Lucas Yoda, man, I didn't see it yet, eh? I didn't see that. I think we can win with Mason. Any other opinions on Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show? I didn't see that. I didn't know what happened. What happened? Didn't he write a cryptic post or something like that? Man, I didn't see it. I had no idea. G'day, JK. What's your opinion on Flores? I think he's a crybaby. Fair enough. I think he makes our defense better overall. I think if you can bring in a head coach to any organization, if you have Mike Tomlin and you have a guy like Brian Flores, who has been a head coach for the Miami Dolphins for 3 years, and he's 50-50. I think he won 26 games and he lost 27 or 28. I think that if he has a chance to maybe resurrect Devin Bush, and like I said, if we bring in like a new flashy piece like a Devin Lloyd or someone like that, a middle linebacker, then this defense can start to play the way we used to play. We have not played, right? The Steelers haven't played the same way. I think since 2016. I think for ages. They haven't played the same way. Sorry, guys, I was getting water, man. I was getting thirsty. When you start talking really fast like that, you get so thirsty. Yeah, we haven't really played the same way, eh? We're missing guys, man. We miss the days, don't we? Lawrence Timmons, Vince Williams, those guys. Devin Bush didn't play very well in that last year. There was no physicality. Nobody was hitting anyone harder. Sure, like Minka was the star at the back, and sure, TJ Watt was crazy good this year. But other than that, Cameron Hayward's doing his best, but we have just a bunch of guys on this team, and we're missing that. We're missing that winning culture. It's just not happening. Like I want to talk about also, right? The reason I was going to have on this podcast, and I was going to have my mate John, but he's out. And the reason why I want to do this podcast every single week and why it's called the Steelers Ironcast is play on words too. But my first episode today is iron sharpens iron, right? And that's what I think what we need to happen with our team. Iron sharpening iron. Now, I'm not, I guess, big into the Bible or into God. I believe in certain things. I believe in the universe and stuff like that, not to get too off our topic. But I didn't know that iron sharpens iron is from the Bible. And it's from the Proverbs 27. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. And we definitely need that. How have we missed this team? We are missing like some communication in the team. We are missing leadership. Sure, you have like Cameron Hayward and you have TJ Watt, but there's no one else really out there stepping up, right? Yeah. I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no idea that iron sharpens iron was from the Bible, right? So now, I don't know what I kind of believe in or whatnot, but that's kind of cool and that resonates with me. So, and what I want to do as well with this podcast, exactly right. And I was going to bring that up next. When I'm going to bring more guests on, ironing, sharpening iron is make you guys in the comments make me better, right? As a person, as a podcaster, as an NFL analyst, I'm better than Romo, right? But iron sharpening iron is when I get the chance to bring on Owen from Pittsburgh. Maybe in a few weeks' time, I'll bring Owen on, and we're gonna have a conversation, and we're gonna sharpen each other's skills. We're gonna help each other out. We're gonna say what we did well and say what we did really bad. And what it comes down to with this Pittsburgh Steelers team, there is zero accountability. There is zero accountability with the Pittsburgh Steelers team. Like pushing the X's and O's, that aside, they let up that many yards and that many points. Oh, 100% better than Collinsworth. Like they let up that many yards and that many points. And what I'm getting sick of is that, oh yeah, you know what? We just got to play better next time, next week, and I'll bring it next year. And we did our hardest, but the fellas that didn't show up today, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that shit. What I want to see is accountability. There is a reason that these 22 starters get paid so much money on the NFL team, right? They need to bring it every single week. They need to bring it every single week. If they don't bring it, what are you doing playing there? Bring somebody else in. I would rather see someone with heart and passion play the game than skill, right? I would rather see that because you know you're gonna get everything out of them. When they start playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Like you go back, this is the generational thing too. Generational thing with our Pittsburgh Steelers. You go back and watch highlights from the 60s or 70s. They didn't care overly about the money. That some of them worked 2 jobs, some of them worked 3 or 4 jobs and still fucking played football. And I think as fans, they owe it to us for how much we put effort and time and energy and money. And you guys come into the YouTube world, they owe it to us. I'm sorry, they do. They do to a certain extent. I'm talking about if it's 4th and 5 and you can end the game with 1 minute to go, you show up. You show up best you can. All 11 players shut down the offense and make sure they don't score or they don't get a first down. And then you dust it off, you go home, you have dinner, and you come back, you do it again. Right? They're exactly right. Apollo Creed, like Rocky said, there is no tomorrow. All right? I'm kind of sick of it. And look, I don't play it, right? But I do play other sports, or I play non-physical sport, and I get that. But I still have the same mentality, okay? I still have the same mentality with pretty much everything I do. And these fellas are playing the sport as hard as they can. But sometimes what I saw this year with Schobert and other fellas on the defense, they didn't want to tackle. They didn't want to be there. They didn't understand the play. They have all week to prepare and get ready, get your body ready, get the right food, the right water, get everything ready scheme-wise, schematic-wise. And then you come up and you show up and you get beat by the Bengals 31-0, or you get beat by the Chiefs like 40, whatever it was, 45-24. Man, I'm just saying it's not warranted, and it's just annoying that we all put this energy and effort in, and you want to see guys succeed and do the best they can, right? And other players didn't end up playing. We paid Zach Banner all that money, he didn't even play. We paid Derek Watt all that money, and he did 2 snaps. You know what I'm saying? So, well, man, as I want to do this podcast every single week on a what are we? Thursday night and a Friday day. The first episode is iron sharpening iron. We need to be held accountable no matter what. If iron sharpening iron can be a positive thing too, to make someone better, or it can be a disagreement between 2 friends or between 2 players, and that can also make someone better, right? Just because that if I'm smashing the iron, right, and it's not because I want to, it could be some bad things I might say, but it still might make you better. Give me 1 sec, guys. Man, I'm thirsty. All right, where are we? Hope that makes sense. I'll probably go into it a little bit near the end too, because I'm going to make this about a 30 minute to 35 minute, 40 minute, whatever podcast, or Ironcast, right? I just think these Steelers, man, I think we're on a bit of a downtrend. I think we have a good team, like with our Pittsburgh Steelers. I just see certain things and certain little things that tell me, I'm like, hang on a minute, maybe we haven't got a quarterback. We have one of the best running backs in Najee, but we can't do anything with the O-line. There's no push. We have TJ there, and you can't win a fucking game. You can't win a game. You can't win a game in the playoffs, and you have the best defensive player in the league. And there's alarm bells, man. There's alarm bells. So it comes down to coaching. Comes down to coaching as well. Comes down to the players actually wanting to give a shit and play. And we'll see that in the off season. But the speculation now is like who's going to be a quarterback. And once we get those ends tied up, sure, we're going to move into free agency and then draft, and we're going to get all that and get so excited for players to come in. But I would like to see this year, no matter what happens, if we this year, we need to be competitive. Like I want to see some games. I just want to see some games where the whole last year, I don't think I've ever watched a season where I think every single game we watched, we had a heart attack. Every single game. Britsberg says, did you see the Colbert quote? 9-7-1 is what we are, and that is not good enough. We are stale. I don't know, but I know we are not that good enough. Yeah. Look, I was pretty happy with the season. I'll be honest. With Big Ben's last season, I was pretty happy to go to the playoffs. I was pretty happy to see that, to beat, we beat the Ravens twice, we beat the Browns twice. There are small little victories in this battle because not everyone can win Super Bowl, so you got to find small little victories, right? 9-7-1 going to the playoffs. I would feel better if we beat the Chiefs. If TJ got that sack, fumble 7-0, and then our offense fell apart, right? It's got to do with how old Ben was. Ben was been 18 years in the league. His time was up. I think as much as I wanted to hold on to Ben and say, hey man, stick around, keep playing. He's not mobile. He can't move. Like you and I could move faster than Ben. If Mason's in there, he can move faster. Ike Taylor said it best a few weeks ago on a podcast, the Believe in Podcast Network. If you check him out with Mark Bergen, he said when you put Ben in there, it's 10 versus 11. When you put Mason in there, it's 11 versus 11 because at least Mason can run, right? Ben couldn't run. I just this theme is, I want to get better on this platform myself, to bring guests in, to bring in Steeler fans, to bring in content creators, and I want to just get better. And I want this team to get better because we know they can. We know they're one of the best teams in the NFL, but I do see this. What scares me a little bit is I see this downward trend, the slope going downward, saying, well, if you can't win these certain games in the playoffs, and we've now lost 4 playoff games in a row, if we don't make it next year, the Bengals have a better roster than us. They're much better. The Browns probably have a better roster, but the Browns are the Browns. And the Ravens are pretty good too. So the Steelers they're in a very funny transitional period, no matter who they bring in, right? Whoever they bring in, I think you have to play some old school mentality football. But I say that in 2022, and life is so different now, right? It's so different to 2004 when I saw people smack each other and James Farrier take people smash their face into the dirt. You just don't see it anymore, right? Which is a shame. I just want to bring back that still football mentality. And I think a guy like Najee can do it as well. G'day, Travis, mate. Just joined, a nice haircut. Thanks, mate. Yeah, mate. Side's done. Yeah. Look, looking all right. All right, guys. Man, that has flown by. That half an hour is actually absolutely flown by. Pretty much covered all I want to say today with the podcast. And look, Super Bowl's done. We're in the weird period now where what quarterback do we choose? All right. Do we go offensive line with the draft? Number 20. Do we go defensive player? What will Flores do? There's actually, I actually tried looking at the NFL today, right? I looked at the NFL today and there was no news. I couldn't find any sort of, there's all this background stuff. It's the Rams hire some GM or some coach or whatever. He comes in. Who else did I see today? I haven't seen actually anything, nothing really at all. They're talking about Cousins being extended trade for Wentz. Will Jimmy be a 49er? Will be a Steeler? Yeah. We're in the let's say the dog days of summer. We're just to wake up and talking about Mike McCarthy, talking about who's going to be the best free agent and stuff like that. We're in a funny position though. We are in a funny position because we have quite a lot of free agents. We have Juju, off the top of my head. I think we have Washington, Ray. I think we have about 25 free agents. The big question is: Are we happy to see us rebuild for a year and tank, or are we going to carry on this year? So I think some fans will be happy to see us tank, so we get another number 1 draft pick, or we get top 10. Question is though, I don't think the Steelers, their franchise, has that mentality. I think they've always been built around to win. And the reason why I say that is, why would you want to waste championship windows when you have TJ Watt on the defense? So that's why I kind of lead to, no matter who you have at quarterback, build the defense up and give the guy a shot. Give the team a shot, right? If you get back Alualu, Cam Hayward, and if Stephon Tuitt comes back, right, those 3 with third-year Highsmith, the magician, the alien, TJ Watt on the other side, right? Devin Bush comes back from injury much better than he is. Middle linebacker, say we draft Devin Lloyd. Joe Hayden's still there at corner. maybe, I don't know who the other corner might be, a kilo. You have a great defense. You have a top 5 defense. So they'll never tank because look out, like, you're not going to waste Cameron Hayward and TJ Watt years. You're just not. Although we have already, right? We already have wasted. Man, they haven't won a playoff game. They haven't won a playoff game yet. I'm not even sure. I think Cameron Hayward's won 1 playoff game or 2. That's it. TJ Watt has lost 4 or 3. So every single time we get to the playoffs, we lose. And that culture needs to change. So maybe Big Ben might have been the lagging wheel in this offense. Once Claypool hopefully plays better under the Canada system and moves around a lot more, if we do bring back Juju, that's going to be huge because he's so physical to play. And Najee's going to go off. I'm telling you right now, Najee's going off this year, no matter what. Moof's going off. You see what I'm saying? There's all these pieces going around, right? So I don't think they're going to tank. Because if they tank, what are you tanking for? You look at the teams who tank. You look at the teams who tank like the Jets, the Jags, Lions or Texans. They're no better off, really, than they were 5 years ago than they were before. The only one team that went bad that made it to the Super Bowl was the Bengals in the last few years. They went 4-13, I think, in 2020. And next year they go 10-7 to win the North and go to the bowl. I don't think the Steelers are built. They haven't got it built in them to tank. I don't want to watch that. I don't know about you guys. I would rather see Mason Rudolph or whoever at quarterback play as hard as they can. And when they're doing that, if they lose, sure. I would rather see them play hard and go, man, this new schedule trips me out every time. 6-11? Yeah, 6-11. And then see what happens next year. They're not going to waste TJ. Okay, they're not going to do it. If TJ is healthy next year and this defensive line we could easily crack 60 sacks again. They're too good. They're way too good. Oh yeah. One sec. What is it? Aikman. Big news is broadcast. Aikman, yeah, that's kind of big news. That's kind of. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, it's I don't know if it's big or not. Yeah, exactly. Travis says here, and you're a Chief fan. If you want to tank, Tomlin isn't the coach you want. He doesn't seem look. I don't think tanking even works in general, to be honest. I don't think you go ask the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had the number 1 draft pick last year and they won 3 games. Okay. Trevor Lawrence, I guess, is the quarterback for the future. But you look how their roster is set up and their organization is set up. They're constantly losing. They lose all the time, right? They're stuck in that cellar dweller down the very bottom, and they can't get out of that, right? They just can't get out of it. So I don't want the Steelers to fall in that hole, because once they do, if we were to trade, which we won't, if TJ was to not be there, then I would be worried. Without TJ, we're in trouble, right? Without Minka and Cam, we're in trouble. We're in a bit of trouble too without Joe Hayden, to a certain degree, right? EJ, so we've got to give our QB a chance. O-line another. RB, yes. Corners, yeah, exactly right. We need a shutdown corner too, as well. Whether we get a QB or not, no. There's so many holes in my opinion. You just go back and watch some of the Steel games last year. The middle linebacking core, terrible. Absolutely, just mate. You and I could have played, honestly. Owen says, I love Tomlin, so I don't get the hate. If he was sacked, he'd be snapped up. Yes, 100%. Yes, there's people who are team Tomlin, and there are other people who are fired Tomlin. And I've talked about that so much. I'm Team Tomo, mate. I will. He got him to the playoffs last year with Big Ben. He went 4-2 in the division. We had the hardest schedule. What more do you want the man to do? I know we need to win that playoff game. I know we need to beat the Chiefs, but it's not all on Tomlin, right? Tomlin didn't make Muth or DJ fumble the football. So let's see what can happen. In Lawrence's defense, Uber. Urban Meyer was the wrong coach. Oh, yeah. No, I get it. I just think the mentality of some fans, if we start thinking that we're going to lose and we're a really shit team, then that direction is going to go that way. But with the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, we don't know who the coach is. We don't know who the quarterback is. We know Najee's a star. We know Muth can be a star. We probably might even trade. Not even sign Eric Ebron on back. I could see Muth and Gentry being the two fellas there at tight end. Probably won't even sign trade Turner as well. Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces for this team, and it's not just about the quarterback. Even though if they go and choose Malik Willis at number 20, I'll be excited. I'll be so excited. I'll read a few more comments, guys, and I'm going to wrap it up. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Belichick is a genius. Yeah, exactly right. We've had 3 coaches since 1961 or something. All right, let's wrap it up because that was too fast. That went crazy quick. That went so quick. So yeah, if you guys do like the content, please, this will be here every single week. And like I said, I'm going to get my mate John in next week, and then I might get in Britsburg Owen the week after. If I can't get a guest, I'll do it myself. It's going to be every single week. The Steelers Ironcast, because that sounds cool as shit, right? I got the logo. I got the trailer. Working on some other things too. And we're just going to talk football and life, man, because that's what it is. We're going to iron sharpens iron, and we need to get better. We need to get better, right? I need the summer heat to calm down so I can get better. Like, I'm fuming in this place. Last comment from EJ. There's nothing wrong with Tomlin. He's a player's coach. My concern is mentality. We need a guy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I like him. But we'll see how we. You want another trailer? I could do that. I'll tell you what. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. Do I have it ready? No, that's a shorter one. No, I've only made one. But yeah, that was more or less like a pump up trailer. Like, I like the music, man. Like, the music's sick, right? Can I play it while I'm here? You can hear that, right? Yeah, look at that boy, look at that guy there, look at that guy. Dude, I'm telling you, that is the best thumbnail I've ever done. That is the best thumbnail. Oh, look, I'm not rating myself or what. I'm not like that, but that's just funny, man. It's just a fucking good thumbnail. Yeah, that was fun to make, eh? I need to know your name. I don't know your fucking name. What is your name? Talking to Grid. Yeah, man, that was good stuff. All right, I'll work on it. I'll see what I can do, but I can't really make another trailer because I haven't got any more content. But when I start getting more people on, and there's more funny things that happen, then we'll make more stuff. The whole idea is iron sharpens iron, and we're going to be okay. The Steelers are going to be okay, and we're all going to be good. We just got to play a little bit better, and if we play a little bit better, I think our Steelers can make some noise. I think our defense can make some noise. All right, as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.